Ukraine Today is joined by the Programme Director of the Literary Festival taking place here in the western Ukrainian city of Lviv, Grigory Semenchuk. Grigory?
Good day.
Many thanks for joining us.
Many thanks for invitation.
So, it's the last day of the festival today. Perhaps just to start, you could just give us some of your overall impressions, how it's been over the last few days. This is the 10th Literary Festival, 10th year.
I think this anniversary which we have this year was great, and writers come. Writers have different new meetings, new readings. I hope that new projects which will be realized by next year. So for me, all results are successful, you know.
What do you hope for the guests who came, the visitors? What do you want them to take away from the festival?
You know, for us, it was really one of the our missions to give some area for discussion. You know, because many years in Ukraine was a bad situation when people don't have tradition to talk with each other about different problems. So we try to inspire them by the different literature, different books, because book it's not only your personal thing, it's think about discussion. So we try to invite all people, all our guests, to do that.
So, and you had a wide range of opinions this year. We were talking earlier about how you had Elliot Ackerman, for example. Mm-hmm. He's an American writer. He served in the U.S. Army. He was quite popular here.
His popularity was provoked by organizers of festival, because it was really interesting for us to invite a writer which really popular in USA, but not so well known here. So we try to promote his person in media, and I hope next year, or maybe after 2 years, we can invite him with new books and new projects here.
In Ukrainian translation?
In Ukrainian translation, yes.
And I think maybe part of the reason why Mr. Ackerman was popular here is because he served in Iraq and Afghanistan with the US forces. And obviously with the conflict in Ukraine right now in the east, people were quite interested to know what his opinion was about the conflict in East Ukraine and where it might be leading to. Was the conflict something generally in the literary festival which has featured?
Yes, it's true, because I understand, because now all people try to help and to understand what things there in the East, and how to do something to do situation better there, you know. And this year in the festival was many writers who present books about war, about different things. It was many translations of different classical things which not was translated already in Ukrainian. For example, Sun Tzu, Art of War, you know, and other things. So this topic is main now for us, and literature and war, it's really things which connected all time, because, you know, war is part of living in Ukraine. So.
And what about Russian writers here? Has there been any backlash in terms of the cultural output now? Are they less welcome in Ukraine?
You know, we invite authors which all time declared that they opinion about regime of Putin. They all time support Ukraine, all time make some comments for media about situation, and it's an honor for us, and they are not another writers for us, because they really live in dangerous society, and their ideology is really dangerous for them, for their lives.
When Russian writers come here to Ukraine, is it fair to say that Ukraine is a more free society? They can speak here about things which they can't say in Russia?
Yes, many writers told about that here they feel, spirit of freedom and other things. And
that must make you quite happy.
Yes, it makes me happy, because I understand that it's needless for them, to have some spirit, to talk something what they really want to talk.
And I just want to know, I'm wondering about the festival within the city, within Lviv. Mm-hmm. Lviv, it seems to me like a city which is growing, and it has a lot of artists here, writers. The cultural scene here is very strong. Mm-hmm. And I understand, is the literary festival something that the local government has been supporting as well, because they want Lviv to develop in this direction?
Yes, this year we have support. Traditionally, we have support of regional council and city council. It's our old partners which all time help to a literary festival. This year, first time we have support from Ministry of Culture. And it's a good sign for me, when Ministry of Culture react that we have some success, 10 years, and can make some new senses, because this festival, it's a result, but not only result, it's also viewing of future of next year, of what we can do, and some trends in literature and intellectual life.
And I just wonder, what is the future? What does Ukraine need to do now to move forward in terms of intellectual life and in terms of freedom of speech? Because I feel it still has some work to do.
The good tendency is that I see that government and different things which different people who made decision now hear intellectuals. They ask him all time for advices, and they all time have some dialogue, So for me, it's also a positive sign when I see that some ideas of people from art or for culture are realized on government politics and other things. It's really one of our missions of our organization and of all people who are working here in cultural sphere, to make some change, to make some new ideas and some new projects here.
And I wonder, at the same time, I think we need to be careful that Ukraine keeps its own identity as well.
Yes.
It doesn't just become a copy of what they have in the West. So I'm just thinking, just looking ahead, say, let's say the conflict in East Ukraine has ended. How does Ukrainian culture look in 5 years' time?
For me, last night we speak with guys from Orbita project. It's Russian written poetry from Latvia, and it was really good that they visit Lviv, because understanding how Russian-speaking literature can be applied to national culture of Latvia, and how it can be successful on this context of second language in country. That's good understanding, and this meeting was some good things for me, and so after 5 years,
and that's what you want to see Ukraine go in that direction.
Yes, I think the experience of Latvia is really good in this, because and another countries, we know experiences of countries which has 4 languages, and it's no problem there, and culture of all of this identity is great, strong, and have some their impressive things.
Grigory, many, many thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you.
This has been Rahim Rahimtula with Grigory Semenchuk, the Programme Director of the Literary Festival here in Lviv in Western Ukraine. You're watching Ukraine Today.